The Olympic Games. From their start in ancient Greece to the gold medals won in 2024, the Olympics have gathered audiences for millennia. One event that has lasted since the creation of the Games is the Olympic Marathon. This 26.2-mile race tests the endurance of athletes from all over the world. But what happens when the Olympics goes wrong? The 1904 Olympic Marathon showed how bizarre the Games could get. Hosted in St. Louis, Missouri in conjunction with the World's Fair, this was the first Olympic Games hosted in the United States. 32 athletes started the race and only 14 finished. The first obstacle runners faced was the 90-degree heat of late August. The organizer of the Olympic race, James Edward Sullivan, wanted to use the event to research the effects of human dehydration. He set up only 2 water stations along the marathon track. Not only were the runners battling heat and dehydration, but the unpaved roads of the marathon course caused the dust to lift into the air, sending many runners out of the race due to lung injuries. A Cuban runner, Felix Carvajal, had raised money in his home country to be able to compete in the Olympic marathon. However, once he arrived by boat to New Orleans, he gambled all of his money and lost. He had to hitchhike the remainder of the journey to St. Louis. He arrived at the race wearing street clothes and a beret. A spectator handed him scissors, and he cut his pants to make them into shorts minutes before the race. During the marathon, he stopped at an apple orchard to eat, but the apples were rotten. This caused his stomach to cramp, so he laid down to take a nap. Despite this, he rejoined the race and finished in 4th place. The first to cross the finish line was French runner Frédéric Lourdes. Just before he was given the gold, it was revealed by spectators that he had given up on the race and hitched a ride to the finish in a car. When the car broke down, he re-entered the race and crossed the finish line. In response to this, he claimed he was playing a practical joke. He was disqualified from the race. Our true winner, American runner Thomas Hicks, experienced the most trauma from the event. Accompanied by his 2 coaches, he often begged them for a drink of water. The coaches refused, instead feeding him a deadly concoction. Thomas was repeatedly dosed with strychnine, a rat poison and stimulant, mixed with brandy and egg whites. This was the first recorded instance of a performance-enhancing drug being used at the Olympics. Thomas, having lost 8 pounds during the marathon, began hallucinating that the finish line was unreachable. His coaches had to carry him across the finish line, legs dangling as if he was still running. He was awarded the gold medal. From dehydrated athletes, disqualifications, severe injuries, to near fatalities, the 1904 Olympic Marathon was the weirdest Olympic event of all time.